comeback of a superstar.
Co-founder Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs is returning to Apple.
How did you prepare for this role to step into such an iconic person as Steve Jobs?
By reading the script many times, pretty much, and then just watching YouTube clips of interviews, seminars, speeches of Steve Jobs. But that was pretty much it.
Has it changed in any way the kind of how you think about Steve Jobs now?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anything about him, really. I mean, I knew who he was, but I'm not much into technology. I use it as best I can, but I didn't really know much about the man. So, yeah, it's changed a lot because now I know more about him.
Well, what surprised you the most?
I suppose meeting, friends and associates in the preparation time, just how massive an effect he had on these people that came into his lives, and still, since he's passed away, how much of an effect he still has on them.
You're issuing contradictory instructions. You're insubordinate. You make people miserable. The board believes you're no longer necessary to this company.
Even, John Scully, who sort of fell out with him, obviously a famous sort of fallout, and when he got ousted out of Apple, even him, you can see it really still affects him, the relationship that he had with him and the memory of the man.
What if the computer was a beautiful object, something you want to look at and have in your home? And what if, instead of it being in the right hands, it was in everyone's hands?
We'd be talking about the most tectonic shift in the status quo since
ever.
A pioneer, one of the great creative geniuses the world has known, in that he's one of those guys who changed the world. All you have to do is look around and see the computers and the people on their phones and all that. But he's like an Edison or an Alexander Graham Bell, or, with a touch of Michelangelo thrown in there. And he just was, he could see 10 years down the road, and what he saw would happen and happen and happen. And that's why people followed him and kind of put up with kind of being in his wake.